Hello, hope everybody's well. I just wanted to make a short video, just a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, whatever, just a few minutes. Hope everybody's doing well. I want to clear up something. I hope that people understand what I'm saying. But I took on the community knife project because I wanted everybody to have a good quality knife that they can use to hunt and work and fish, to just have an all-around quality knife, which I believe they are. And I just don't want people to get the misconception that I'm building over 100 museum pieces or knives that will never get used and just put on display. High polished, nickel, silver, gold inlaid kind of knives. That's not what I'm building. What I am building is this, okay, with different handle materials, of course, with some file work, some thumb jibbing, with a decent edge, okay? Now, I know I'm like a lot of guys out there that get these knives. If you use it, you're going to resharpen it. What edge and angle and stone and file and diamond apparatus that you use is entirely up to you. You may sharpen your knife different than I do, which is fine. Sharp, you get to the end, it's sharp. I have no problem with that. But I sharpen these knives on a Kuntz belt grinder with a used 400 grit belt. It seems to put a really good edge on them. It may not be the angle you like. By all means, sharpen it the way you want it. They're sharpenable. They're not so hard that you can't sharpen them. They're going to have a little imperfections. Maybe, oh, there's a scratch. These are finished to a 400 grit brushed finish. They're not mirror polished, so you're going to see finish lines in it, okay? I did this on purpose. For one, I didn't want to make this a show knife or an exhibition grade, put it on your mantle and say, oh, look at that. That's not what I'm doing this for. I want you to use these knives. So I, on purpose, made them rough and rugged, okay? Please, yeah, they're nice. And if you don't want to use it, that's entirely up to you. But I just want you to understand that there's going to be little scratches and little, well, he didn't get that cleaned up, or he didn't get this cleaned up. It's not what this is about. The people know my work know that I can build a high-end custom knife to order without a flaw in it. Is the knife very usable? Absolutely. Would I carry it? Absolutely. I'm just saying I'm not wanting to build a show piece because I'm afraid people won't use them. I want you to use it. So don't be afraid to get blood and guts and hair and wood chips. No, don't use it as a pry bar. If you use it to pry with and you break it, be honest with me, I'll replace it, fix it, whatever it takes. If you tell me, yeah, I was prying a head gasket off, or I was prying the head off an engine, or I crammed it between 2 rocks and stood on it. If you want a survival knife, talk to me, I'll make you a survival knife. This one's tempered, edge quenched for flexibility in the top of the knife. It's soft up here, hardened down here. It should have some flexibility. It's not an overly long knife, so you're really not going to have a lot of flex there. Now, if it was a 12 or 14-inch knife, it should flex a lot. This should have some flex. I'm not saying it shouldn't. I'm just saying use the knives. Use them for what they are. They're a tool. But you can do what you want to with it. I'm just saying, you know, well, it's got a scratch here, it's got a scratch there. Absolutely, I did that on purpose. Because I don't want you to think, well, I'm afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to use it. And that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get on here and tell people that, yeah, they're using knives. Don't be afraid to use them. If you hurt it, break it, damage it, let me know. I'll fix it. As long as I'm making knives and the Lord lets me breathe, I stand behind Him. If something happens to it due to faulty construction or improper heat treating, send it to me. I'll be glad to fix it free of charge, send it back to you. No problemo. So, use these knives. They're rugged tools. We spend months and years and days and weeks and hours chasing after these. Get out of my hip pocket. These old axe heads. They're pitted and they're rusted and the poles are beat up on them and the eyes are beat up on them. So what do? We straighten out the eyes, we shape the poles, clean them all up. Do they still have scratches in them? Absolutely. But I bet you 99 out of 100 men would kill for a head like that right there. It's a plum. 4 pound plus. Beautiful bit. Phantom bevel. Monster wood splitter. It's got pits in it. It's got a little bit of rust on it. It's got signs of wear. It's got some nicks in the bit. It's got nicks in the eye and the pole. But I'll haft it and somebody will use it. Or somebody will haft it and somebody else will use it. I'm just saying I want my knife to be like that axe head. Don't be afraid to use them. There's no cracks in it. There's no cracks in this. Is there scratches on this? Is there scratches on this? A few. But the task that I put upon myself requires me to make many, many knives. And if I took the time and cleaned up every little scratch, it would take me years to do this. So I'm probably willing to give up a few scratches to get them all done. The fit is great. The fit's perfect. There's no gaps in these handles. They're not coming off. They're triple pinned. The file work is beautiful. So, with this said, I just wanted to let y'all know what I was doing and how I was doing it. So please, use these knives. They're meant to be used. If I didn't want you to use them, I'd have white gloves on right now. And if a piece of dust fell on it, I'd be like, oh, let's get that off. No, I'm gonna make them, clean them up, sharpen them. I'm gonna put a light coat of oil on them to keep them from rusted. Make the sheath, stick it in the sheath, put it in a nice little box, and ship it to you. So, there it is. If you feel that I'm off somewhere or another, leave it in the comments. Let me know. We'll talk about it. If you think that your knife isn't up to snuff, send it back to me. We'll make it right. If you want one mirror polished, it takes extra time. But you need to let me know. If not, this is how I'm shipping them. Just like that. Just like that. I'll put oil on it. Protect the handles and the steel. And ship them. God bless y'all. Watch your top knot. Be safe. Stay cool. It's getting hot out there this summer. I know I got to work this weekend and it's going to get really, really hot. So, everyone drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated. I love you. Chippy. I love you, buddy. Goats. Jay. Kevin Maxim. JK. Simple Man. Old Timer. Casterman. Kim and Angie. Kenny and Corey. There's so many others. Buffler and Hopper. Yeah. Weaver. Go on and 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 on. Did I say goats? Give everybody a good shout out this week. Weekend coming up. Check on your buddies. Support them. Phenom, I love you. Yes. Yes, I do. Even the people we don't watch a lot. People that we've had falling out with. Always remember everybody in your prayers. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We have our little quarrels. Jeff and Susan Ward, I love you. Bunch of you. People I met in Washington. I love all y'all. Mama, Baba, brother, the girls. B. I've said enough. Y'all have a great weekend. I'll be working, so I'm trying to finish up a few things before that happens. Just wanted to check in with y'all and let you know what's going on. Take care.